Last week, we encountered a series of unexpected challenges. So we got our transmission harness ran, but it wasn't without its hurdles. We had to get creative and cut a massive hole in the floorboards so we could actually install our transmission plug to the transmission. Not the prettiest solution, but it did the trick. Off camera, we whipped up this little box to house everything securely. Sometimes, it's about function over form, right? Because she ain't pretty, but she'll get the job done. Now here's where things got interesting. We had the shifter cable ready to go, but couldn't find the connection part for the transmission. But guess what? We found it right under our seat. Talk about luck, huh? Now I'm going to show you one of my budget tricks. And those of you who are new here are about to find out my tricks are always the best. Do you guys remember last week's trick where I showed you whenever you have the dash out, plan ahead and run some spare wire leads to be used at any time in the future. That way if you gotta hook something up that's new, you don't have to climb under the dash to run the wires, they're already there. Well, I finished mine and made sure to sleeve and label everything efficiently. Yeah, you like those labels? Here's the kicker. This labeling tool costs us just 20 bucks on Amazon. I bought mine 2 years ago and put it through hell, and she doesn't complain. Now, this thing is wireless and the refills are dirt cheap. So when you get one of these, if you get one of these, you're gonna download the app to use it. Then, another cool thing you could do is add pictures. So once you add your picture, you're gonna type in whatever your heart desires. If you want, you can change the font and the size and where it's at, then you're gonna print it out. Now check this out. Man, that's a good one right there. I think y'all should try that. Welcome back to High Noon Racing. Today, we need to really finish up some of the last things on scoots here, and I'll go over those in just a minute. We got a lot done throughout the week, and to catch you guys up, I kind of went over it in that intro you just saw. So let me explain why everything that we got to do today is so important. We ordered our drive shaft. Now, if you're interested in learning how to measure and order a drive shaft, drop a comment below, and I'll make a video about it. But if you already know, don't worry about that. It's ordered. So that'll be here next Friday, which means we have this weekend to get this car ready, excluding a drive shaft, to go on a trailer. And the reason why is because once this thing's on a trailer and driving under its own power, we can drop it off at our boy Corey P's, and he can do all the fine aluminum welding that I can't. So let me show y'all what we got to bring him though. Now we're going to bring him the radiator. It's going to be installed up front here. I might move these around depending on what gets hot when. Like this TrueCool 40K transmission cooler, I might move somewhere else depending on how much heat it kicks around. We'll find out. But getting a little sidetracked here. Mr. Corey P is going to be able to do all the aluminum TIG welding, so that way we can get our turbo plumbed up to our intake. Now we do have a lot of work ahead of us, and one thing I just keep on putting off is finishing up the brake lines. I don't know what I'm so afraid of, but I just need to bite the bullet and do it. That way this thing has brakes so it can get up on a trailer. I mean, you don't need brakes to get on a trailer, but it definitely will help out, especially if this thing is moving under its own power. So we gotta finish the brakes. We gotta install a coolant catch can. We gotta replumb the steam port. We need to fab up and put on 2 wastegates, which hopefully will be here today or tomorrow for the hot side piping. And I'm probably forgetting something, but that, you know, that should do it. That really should do it, because the drive shaft gets here next Friday. And yeah, I don't know. All right, guys, nothing left to do it but to do it. Nothing left to it but to do it. Yeah, that heat's definitely taking a toll. Now back here, brake line is ran. That's the bracket that I fabbed up, bolted up there, connects there. Got plenty of slack for the body to extend away from the rear axle, and then I welded a stud onto the rear end and just bolted this down. I got to put the rear brakes on, and then I can run these to the rear brakes. Ran the front driver's side brake line, made a little bracket. We're gonna have to get some different hoses because this isn't gonna work. This is concaved inwards, so it wants an Audi. This one is concaved inwards, so they won't mate up together, so I won't be able to use that guy. Or I'll just have to get an adapter, or I'll just have to get a hose or figure it out. But at least this brake line is somewhat ran. I don't believe I showed it, but the shifter is now connected. Cool. This is an 1.25" adapter. It'll go in between one of the sections of hose. It's got this 1/8" NPT. Got our coolant overflow catch can and our 90-degree 1/8" NPT fitting for our line. This will go in here like this. I'm gonna stick it on the vise, tighten it down, and that way the hose will be in line with the steam port hose. All right, that was super easy. Not a fan of neon orange, but we got black spray paint, so that's probably getting painted. Yeah, believe it or not, the instructions tell you 1 screw. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find a tiny screw to put in there, but O'Reilly's coming in clutch. I looked these up online and they should work. I brought some fittings in to double check, but these were $24 each and they're 2 foot long and they come with a bracket. So good thing we put a stud on there, because now we can just bolt this right to the stud where we want it. Bolt the other side to the caliper. Good to go. Alright, moment of truth here. Is this car ready to go to Mr. Corey Pease? What do we have here? Okay. Oh, shakedown. You're coming out the gasket? Wow. Alright, that's interesting. Oh, you're not coming out the gasket. Tighten it no more. That was the hole that we did surgery on. Looks like we're gonna have to try and tighten it a little bit. All right, looks like it took it, so let's try this again. All right, let's try again. All right, boys, I think we did it. Good deal. All right, boys, it has been one hell of an effort this weekend. We got brakes, the VSS sensor is good to go, the accelerator pedal fixed our TPS problem, the wiring is ran and done, and so many little things I just didn't have time to catch on camera. Next Friday, our drive shaft should arrive, and when it does and it goes in, then we're putting Scoots on a trailer, and Scoots is going to go to Mr. Corey P's for the cold side piping. Once the cold side piping is on, it's time to party. I'm going to have to give it a good shakedown first, just to make sure there isn't any more leaks or anything like that. Then we'll be hitting the track. Thanks for watching, and as always, like, comment, and subscribe. If you're new here, make sure you comment below what you're working on. I love hearing about new people's projects, and just cool to hear what people do. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one.